our program today, we're featuring Lights Out Houston. And my special guest today is Andy Bergman, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Airzone International and the Vice Chair of the Greater Houston Partnership Green Building Committee. What is Lights Out Houston, you say? Well, it is part of a long-term strategy for Houston to become the energy conservation capital of the world. So, Central Houston Inc., in conjunction with the City of Houston and the Greater Houston Partnership, announced a new event, Lights Out Houston, which will take place April 25th at 10 p.m. Houston wastes considerable energy leaving lights on in office buildings long after the tenants have left. To raise awareness among the operators and tenants in the office buildings downtown, we are going lights out on April 25th. So Andy, how much energy do we waste in downtown Houston?
Well, Claire, thank you for having me on your show. First, let's talk about the amount of square footage office space. In downtown alone, there's 35 million square feet of Class A office space. We figure, Claire, that if we can reduce the amount of unnecessary lighting left on in these buildings by just 50%, that we can annually reduce the amount of kilowatt hours by 8.4 million, which will amount to an annual savings of roughly $1 million. Another way to look at that is that would be enough power on an annual basis to power roughly 600 homes in Houston. If we can also get this program to go citywide, there is 5 times the amount of total office buildings citywide as there is in downtown, so all of the savings multiply by a factor of 5. So we could potentially citywide save $5 million annually in energy cost.
Very good for the environment. Well, let me ask you this. Who's responsible for leaving all these lights on anyway?
Well, we came up with this idea because we were talking about traveling through downtown on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock when theoretically nobody's working in the office buildings, right? And you see a lot of lights on. This is really the cause of a lot of factors. It is the building owners themselves and the operators. It is the service companies, the janitorial companies, and it is also, in a big way, the tenants. The tenants, the people, or the office workers in the buildings, they can turn their lights off when they're not in the office or when they're not in the conference room. So this message is for the tenants, this message is for the building owners, this message is for the building service companies that are in the buildings to pay attention when you're not in the space, turn the lights off. This program on April 25th is a little bit different in the fact that we're tailoring and going after office lighting in and of itself. And furthermore, this is, in addition to being a symbolic day and a symbolic event, we also want, as I mentioned earlier, the businesses to operationalize this and change their operating procedures on how they deal with electricity and lighting in their building. We also think that this is a very unique program, and we are not aware of any other cities in the United States, or for that matter in the world, that have put a specific emphasis on office buildings and the electricity and wasteful use of electricity because of lighting, and let's reduce that.
Well, I believe Houston has more green buildings than any other city in America, so this is a great thing that we're pioneering an event like this. But Andy, my office is not downtown. Are you reaching out to other office communities around the city?
Yes, we are. We have asked that BOMA and IREM get the word out about this program to all their constituents. We are strongly encouraging the outlying communities, Sugar Land, the Woodlands, Kingwood, Humble, Baytown, all to participate in this Lights Out program. We hope that next year this will be even bigger, or maybe we don't wait another year. We think that there could possibly be a spirited competition amongst the other major Texas cities, Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin, and we could all see who could have the best Lights Out program.
So I'm seeing in my notes here, if we have any of our viewers who want to get some more information on this event or find out how their building can participate, even more importantly, there are pledge cards available and we'd love to get you involved. but you can go to the iramhouston.org website or contact S. Strahan at houston.org, and all of these emails and sources of information are all on the www.lightsOutHouston.com website. So really, that is your one-stop shop to get involved, help climate change, get Houston rolling on energy conservation. www.lightsOutHouston.com. Sign up. Thank you, Andy, for joining me today.
Thank you.